You know him from movies like Think Like a Man, Ride Along, Daddy Daycare, or his stand-up. He's had an illustrious career so far, and he's only midway through this thing. And this weekend, he's in town to perform stand-up at the Improv in Schaumburg. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Owen.
Thank you. Clap for myself.
All right, so let's get right into it, because I've been a huge fan of your career for a very long time. I always like to ask people, because people deem a big break at certain points in their career, but I would deem yours probably 97, your big break on Comic View. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I would say 97, and then it's like I had a resurgence when Think Like a Man came out in 2012. Because, you know, I was cool. I was doing stand-up. I was on the road doing all right. But then when Think Like a Man came out, it was like a lot of things happened at once. It was like Think Like a Man, Ride Along, Think Like a Man 2. I had 3 Showtime specials. I was hosting the Shack tour. So it just got that. There was about, you know, 97 to 2011. And then everything just kind of, it was like I was on a treadmill for 14 years. Everything just took off.
So did you bring your family out here to Chicago? Such a great town, right?
No, my son actually takes his ACT on Saturday. So he's gonna.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, because nobody else in the family went to college, so he's trying to be the first.
Okay, I don't believe that one. All right, so
There are a lot of GEDs in the family.
You're all about family. You show your wife love any chance you can get on your social media pages, and you're in movies like Think Like a Man. So I got to ask you, any secrets to love? You've been married for what, about 15 years now?
15 years, July 19th.
There you go. There's your lovely wife, Kenya.
Oh, why you got me crying on TV?
Yeah, and that's in the post right there. You even acknowledged. You said, "I'm not gonna lie, I was out there crying. It was a beautiful day, an emotional moment."
Well, I knew I was getting laid that night.
That's
so
it. That was gonna be the first time, huh?
She walked down. I went, "Oh God, this is gonna happen again."
Well, you must have done it a couple times. You got a couple kids.
I always say, that's funny. I always say the key, not the key, but never compare your relationship to somebody else's. Like,
really?
Yeah, because my wife's a kiss of death to a relationship. As soon as she sees a good couple, she's like, I like them. Then they separate.
And with social media, they're everywhere.
Every
their
time.
Best life,
I'm like
right?
this. Oh, she just killed them. Don't say nothing about Barack and Michelle, please.
You know, something that's really interesting to me is the world that you guys maneuver in. Asia is an Olympic bobsledder and primarily a white sport, you can acknowledge, right? And to my left, Gary here.
Cool Runnings.
Right, basically.
Ebony dubbed you in 2011 Black America's favorite white comic.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting how worlds collide here in a similar fashion.
Yeah, we would have never met other than this show. I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
Because where she's practicing, my fans aren't there. Now, are you the only black bobsledder?
No, actually in 2014, when I won my bronze, 5 out of the 6 women on the national at the Olympics were black, and then 3 out of the 6.
On the USA team?
Yeah, on the USA team.
How did I miss that?
Yeah.
Were you watching in 2014 when she won a bronze medal?
I was probably watching curling. I missed that.
So I got to ask you, Gary, what was life growing up like for you? You grew up just outside of Cincinnati in Oxford, I believe, correct?
Oxford, Ohio, Miami of Ohio.
Is it true in a trailer with 6 other siblings?
Yeah, it was packed. Yeah, it was a packed house in that trailer park.
Did you ever think you'd get to, the level you're at today as a young boy in a trailer with 6 other siblings in a small town like Oxford?
Well, I always, I used to, this is no lie, I used to sit in my front room, and I used to be like, this is not going to be my life. There's got to be more to the world out there than this. And I didn't take the ACT or SAT in high school because I told everybody I'm going to be a comedian. I told people in high school, I was like, does he got to take the ACT? I said, I don't need him to be a comedian. That's all I want to do.
Really?
From jump. My gym teacher and my math teacher will tell you, no, Gary told you he was going to be a comedian.
It's got to be super cool to go back and boast at your reunion and be like, I told y'all.
Yeah, I did. I used to tell girls, they used to say no, they wouldn't go out with me. I go, you messing up?
Yeah, right?
I love stories like that.
Well, you got a pretty one now, obviously.
Yeah.
You had a beautiful family. So you got a podcast, Get Some, people can now see you on. And the podcast you have is on video, too. What's that experience like? Because that's all the rage these days is podcasts.
Well, it's good because you get it's you unfiltered, and you just get to share your thoughts. Mine's all over the place. I'll have one thought here and go over here. It's the ADHD of podcasts.
We relate there. That's a commonality.
It is random.
We share here. So I want to ask you about Kevin Hart, who's obviously one of the top dogs in this game.
Never heard of him.
You've worked in several movies with him.
Kevin Hart.
That guy, yeah. Kevin Hart, the very famous comedian. It feels like comedians are always coming for him. Like, it feels like somebody's always taking a shot at him. Most recently, for the second time, it's Mike Epps who's made news for calling him, saying basically he's not funny, calling him out on social media, to which Kevin responded saying, hey, man, I'm a big fan of yours. I don't know why the feeling's not mutual. It's root for success. Why do people come at Kevin like this?
Well, he's a top dog. So it's like, you're going to generate traffic if you talk about Kevin. If you talk about some comics, nobody's going to pay any attention. If you say anything about Kevin, man, you know social media is going to gravitate towards it.
Because Mike didn't even expect that with the thing that he said. He didn't even understand why it got picked up like that.
Right, and you don't know if he was being sarcastic or kidding, because he just made a comment, everybody's funnier than Kevin Hart. So you don't know if he was like wink, wink when he said it or not.
LOL.
So yeah, it's hard to say, but I do know if you say anything about, and that's the thing, man, if you want to get a reaction out of athletes or comedians or actors, say something bad about them. You say something good, we don't respond. But as soon as you say something negative, we go right after you.
So you guys are sensitive, is that?
Oh, I'm guilty of it too.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of it too.
Okay,
Yeah.
so last thing I want to ask you before we go to break here. I've been around a ton of incredible talents, you being one of them yourself. Who's the funniest person or most unique interaction you've had in your career so far?
Oh my gosh, that's a tough one. There's been so many. The funniest.
Put you on the spot at 7:12 a.m. on a
You ain't lying. I'm thinking the funniest comedian. Oh gosh, I don't know.
Say something bad about somebody. Let's make some news here at the jam.
God,
Take a shot at somebody, Gary.
Funniest comedian. Tracy Morgan's the funniest.
Really?
Yeah, off camera.
Good dude too.
On camera, he's very funny, but he's the same guy. They say you change your personalities depending on who you're around. But Tracy, if he's around the president or if he's around a homeless dude, he's the same dude.
Do you feel like in the world that you maneuver in, do you feel like you're accepted by the white audience as much as the black audience? Because you have been embraced as this iconic white comedian to black culture. Has there been a difference? You talk about moving and maneuvering in different audiences.
No, I think everybody except I was exposed to quote unquote black people first. Because the movies I've been in had black lead actors.
How does that happen? Was that an agent's move?
No,
or like just by chance.
It just happened organically. I don't know how it happened. It just happened. Like I kept getting casted. Not at all. As long as you got a audience, you know what I mean. But now there's more white people starting to come to my shows. And I'm not a real political guy either. Like, I don't get into politics. I'm not that bright either. I said, if you want to know what I think about politics, just go to D.L. Hughley's page. Because usually he's saying what I thought,
What he said over there.
Yeah, but when people come to my shows, I try to stay clear of that because I was like, it's getting shoved down your throat 24/7.
Yeah.
So I want it to be a break
Yeah,
when you come to my
absolutely.
shows.